You're about to listen to the most informative, persuasive, and inspiring show ever. The James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. Welcome, happy Tuesday. Everybody, today we are covering the United States Constitution. Today we're going to be covering the two freedoms, speech and the press. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to be covering the freedom of assembly. Let's talk about free speech. What is it that the wokes and the liberals have been screaming for decades? Free speech is mine, free speech, free speech, free speech, free speech. What they don't know is that if there's some limitations to free speech, like, for instance, you can't go scream fire in a crowded theater. Schenck versus the United States. You can't go out screaming saying, well, I'm going to take an army and just violently overthrow the government. Gitmo versus New York. Okay? Free speech has some limitations. That being said, it shouldn't be up to the puppet masters and their corporate gang of few to determine what free speech is either. I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to call them out on the air because you know who you are. You wokes, listen to me. You wokes know who you are. I'm not going to call you out on the air. I did that once. What happened? I got censored. Now, some people think that they can play that game. No. My game of politics is stealth. Not to scare people, but to give people hope. We still can have free speech. But you know what it means? It means this election year and the succeeding years, we're going to have to start fighting for it. We're going to have to get Congress up the rear ends to protect free speech. And why is that? Congress shall make no law abridging free speech. But you know what I think? The man that we have in office, he did this with the Democratic controlled Congress just sitting there waiting. Oh, I can hear some people mad at me right now. Let's go into freedom of the press. Now, I don't care which side of the aisle you are on this one, okay? I believe in the freedom of the press. But Jimmy, I'm not a partisan person. I am what's known as a conservative federalist. Okay? And this is the view of a conservative federalist about free press. In many ways, it's absolute, without prior restraint. Jimmy, how do you know this? New York Times versus United States. But Jimmy, you're conservative. The Vietnam War, look. The Vietnam War is dead and gone. I was just a baby when this case I'm about to talk about hit the Supreme Court. So I don't think it's I don't think it's my say of what happened regarding a period of history that is so hotly debated. We have to move on, folks. All this crap the past 3 years, about a lot of it. Now, here's the case I'm talking about that protects freedom of the press and keeps it free from governmental interference. New York Times versus the United States. June 30th. Richard Nixon through John Mitchell filed in a D.C. district court, or maybe even in a New York district court, for an injunction from the New York Times from releasing details about copied papers from a study about the Vietnam War. Now, what's this? It goes to the appeals court. The appeals court don't necessarily want it. So guess what happens? Boom! It goes all the way up to the Supreme Court. And the vote is 6-3. Okay? Across party lines. The ruling of the New York Times versus the United States is this: that the press must be left free without government interference to report certain status. Now, of course, can the press report anything top secret from war? No, of course not. They shouldn't be. But Jimmy, do you have something to back that up? No, this is not the show to back that up. If you want to listen to somebody that's got a bunch of negative garbage to spray out about this, go someplace else. Okay, because I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to teach you what I believe is the true, unadulterated teachings from the Constitution of the United States, based on some of the case law that I do know. Okay? I don't know what WikiLeaks is up to. Okay? Foreign policy really ain't I studied political science, don't get me wrong. But foreign policy really ain't my strongest suit. But when it comes to Constitution and public law, it is. So there you go. You get that strength. Okay? The press. They have rights to print and copy things. Maybe not something that is top secret that can damage at a time of war. But at the same time, they have rights to report. But can I tell you something? They have rights to report what is the truth. I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership classroom. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, keep up your faith. I want you to do this. I want you to keep up your hope. I say this every day to self-soothe. Jesus saves and I'm okay. So I want you to put this down in your soul. Jesus saves and we're all going to be okay. Take care and be proactively informed. God bless you. Remember this from the bottom of my heart. Jimmy loves you. I really love you. God bless you and have a blessed day.